Hello there, my name's Daniel Grant, and this week I'd like to do another video and I'd like to discuss deposits. You're a first time buyer, you're living at home or you're living in rented accommodation, you want to make that leap. You want to go onto the ladder, get onto the ladder. Where do you start? Okay, so you start with a deposit. You know, how buying a property is, and people come to see me, they have a deposit and then they get a mortgage for the remainder. So what's the minimum? The minimum is 5%. So it's known as 95% loan to value. There are numerous lenders who will lend to you at this sort of level. The criteria are a little bit tighter than if you had 10% or 15%, because you're only giving 5% security to the lender. But there are lenders that will do it, and a lot of the big lenders that will do it. I had a lady come to see me recently who wanted to buy a property, but she was worried she didn't have enough savings. So I managed to find her a high street lender, and she was able to buy her first property. And she would never have done that if she didn't ask. And she asked the question, and thankfully she's moved in last week. So it's always worth asking the question, because you just never know. But if I was a first time buyer and I was thinking about getting on the ladder, where would I put my money? And that's such a good question, because not a lot of the banks and building societies are paying much on savings, but I would definitely consider the lifetime ISA. And what I'm going to do is put a link in the description below so you can look at it at your will. It's a very good scheme if you're between 18 and 40 to save some money, and the government will top it up. I'm not going to go into it too much because you can do that at home at your will. But that's where I'd start if I was looking to save. The other type of deposit is obviously a family gifted deposit, and you'll have all heard of the Bank of Mum and Dad, which is, you know, in the papers, and it basically is where somebody, a family member, gifts you the deposit for a property. It's a non-returnable gift. It's a gift. It's not a loan, and the person gifting the money can't have an interest within the property. It's very common nowadays, so all the lenders are okay with it. There's no problem at all. The other options are, or the other option I'm going to discuss is gifted equity. So it's like the gifted deposit in a cash form, but this is actually equity. So the scenario is you basically buying a property from a family member, and instead of them giving you the cash, they're going to say give you the equity. So you'd agree how much they're going to give to you, and then you'd get a mortgage for the remainder. Okay, so those are just a couple of the scenarios. There are other specialist scenarios like vendor gifted deposit, where they put 5% in and you put 5% in, but we're not going to go into too much detail of those, and we'll cover those in another week's video when we talk about more specialist type of things. So just to recap, what I would do if I was saving, I'd look at the lifetime ISA, and also if you have an opportunity and someone's willing to gift you some money to get you on the ladder, just to let you know, all lenders are okay for that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you soon.